So while it's certainly the case that we have an application in mind or applications in mind when we're developing a new speed of Ethernet, that doesn't mean to say that we will in some way design specifically for that application and lock that speed into that application. And also, we should never forget that customers and end users are very creative in the way they use the new standards that we develop. One example I can think of actually is when we developed the 40 gig Ethernet standard, which is actually based on 4 lanes of 10 gigabit per second. The module slots that enables, which have 4 lanes of 10 gig, tended to be used for breakout. That's to say, modules that have provided 4 ports of 10 gigabit per second, because it provided a very low cost, high density solution for 10 gigabits per second. So that's an example of something being used not quite in the way that we originally envisaged, but certainly something we want to enable through the Ethernet standards. Certainly there's a pattern to new application areas for Ethernet. Certainly from what I've observed in 802.3, it'll originally start with 1 or 2 individuals coming in with a new application area, visionaries if you wish, and maybe some people even doubting it. But then the momentum builds, maybe there's some standards work that goes on behind it, and then eventually the standard actually, that new application of Ethernet will become prevalent. And we actually encourage individuals to come into 802.3 with new ideas. We have an activity called the New Ethernet Applications activity under the Industry Connections within IEEE. And this allows individuals to come in to discuss ideas about new applications or new standards without having to go through the full standards process of trying to propose a new standard. It's a kind of lightweight way of getting some discussion about an application area.